Hey guys, just want to take you through a little overview of what's changed in iOS 7.1 Beta 3. I'm probably going to cover a few things that have also shown up in the previous betas, but now that we're up to Beta 3, um, I'm pretty confident that there's probably only going to be one more beta because right now it's very, very stable outside of a couple of bugs, which I'll get into. But so let's just get right into it. So the first thing you'll notice right here on the home screen is that the dock right here has lost some of its fade transparency, so now it's got a hard edge right there. So before it used to actually fade into the wallpaper a little bit, but now it actually has a hard edge. And also right there you can see that there's a new messages icon, and basically anything that's green like FaceTime here uh, has gotten a little bit of a update to a slightly darker color that isn't quite as harsh on your eyes. So another major change that has been made to the home screen is the parallax feature. And the parallax feature, the only real biggest thing that's changed is that it's much more, a lot more motion. So I'm gonna move my iPad here, and you can see. Let's see if I zoom in here a little bit. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but it moves around much more. There, if I move it fast, you can see how much it's really moving. So it's not quite as noticeable on the video, but it's pretty obvious that there's been an update to the motion. Another feature that has been, or a change I should say, is a new animation for the control center. So now it just kind of bounces up, which I'm not quite sure if I like this. It doesn't really fit with the nature of iOS 7 because if you go down to Control Center, it kind of has a single bounce, and then when you go up here, it's like a quadruple bounce. It really doesn't really make much sense to me, but it's nice. It's quick. You know, you may like it, you may not. Another change in Control Center here is that a lot of the buttons are much more readable. So basically what they've done is that it looks like they've darkened some of the controls here to make it a little bit more contrasty. And also, a neat little feature is that you can take your volume slider and just flick it. See that? I can just flick it. And another thing that they fixed, which is nice, is in landscape mode. This is really annoying if you wanted to favorite a song on iTunes Radio. Now it actually shows the arrow pointing in the right direction. Before it was like coming off to the side and it was kind of cut off. And also a nice little addition is that you can much more easily click. Whoops. You can click the name of the station and it'll take you right into the music app. Before it was a lot harder to do that. In the music app, a little bit has changed, not much. It's one annoying thing that was never working before is if I go to artists here and I pick an artist with multiple albums, before if you hit that little shuffle icon, it would shuffle all the songs for all the albums, even though there are shuffle icons next to each one. So basically the button didn't work as it was supposed to before, but now if you hit this shuffle icon right here for this album, it's only going to shuffle this album, which thankfully they finally fixed. I don't know how this got past testing, but it did, and it's been like this for months, and it's kind of annoying. So if we go over back to radio here, we can see that there is a new button here called New to create a new station. Other than that, not much has changed. If you're playing a song, let's go ahead and test that shuffle button out. So now we're starting. You can see that there's new buttons there. They used to be more translucent. Now it's much more of a bold color when your shuffle is on or off. Okay, so another big thing that's been fixed is the pinch animation and gesture. Before it was choppy. It worked, but it was choppy. Now it is buttery smooth, and if you watch this, Let's try that again. See how much better that looks? Works exactly the way it should. And if you notice there, the animation to unlock, or the animation to go back to the home screen is much quicker. The icons fly in much quicker. So another major change that has been made is if we go to settings and we go to wallpaper, and instead of hitting one of these, you can actually hit choose a new wallpaper. Now, if I do that, I can go to stills and pick a wallpaper. And if you see down here, now there is a new option to turn motion on or off. So what that does is it basically just turns off the parallax for the screen. So if I set motion to off, and I'll go ahead and set the wallpapers, and I'll zoom out here, and I'll, let's see, lock my device, and I'll turn it back on. And you'll see, if I move the screen, let's see, let's move it down here. The wallpaper doesn't move. I'm actually tilting my iPad, but the wallpaper's not moving, and it's zoomed out much farther. So, let's see that nice animation in action again. You'll see it's much quicker to get to the home screen. The icons just swoop in really fast now. It may not be a big difference to you, but the animations were a little bit slower. If I go into, see how quick that is, boom, go into an app, very quick, hit the home button, boom, right back out. A much nicer fluidity to the experience. It just feels a lot quicker. It wasn't like it was slow before, but it feels a little bit quicker now. Let's see, as far as other features, there is a bug that now that I think of it, if we go to wallpaper and brightness, so auto brightness doesn't work at all. It says it's on, it's not. I can turn it all the way up and then keep auto brightness on, and it's not light in this room at all. So if I slide unlock, it should be rather dim, but it's not. It's really, really bright. So that doesn't work. I think it has something to do with the with the new animation for shutting down the device, which I will show in just a second here. I think that pretty much covers it for new features that you're going to notice. So the new power off animation, if you hold the power key here, so now it's this new circular slider with a cancel button down there. A lot of people are complaining about it. You know what? How many times do you shut off your device? I mean, it's really not a big deal. Who cares what the stupid button looks like? It's really not that big of a deal, to me at least. But as you slide it, the screen gets dim and then it powers off. So it's something new, different, but that's really about it. Also, another thing that's been changed is the keyboard. So the keyboard now has a transparency to it, as you can see here. This is an iPad Air, by the way. So this has has transparency to the keyboard. If I go into the web here, well, you can't really tell, but the keyboard has also gotten a new new tweaks. The fonts are a little bolder. Some people are saying they don't like this. I don't know why. It looks fine to me. One little confusing thing though is that, so you think that the shift key is off right now? Well, it's not. So it's on. Now when the shift key is off, it turns to the darker color, which is the opposite of what it was before. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, but that is the keyboard. So thank you guys for watching. This is iOS 7.1 Beta 3 on the iPad. Once again, I'm showing it on the iPad because the iPad has had a lot of problems, a lot of stuttering. Even on the newest one, there's been a lot of annoying little bugs. Not horrible ones, but annoying ones. Battery life is pretty good. Multitasking, that's where the only crashes I've had is when multitasking. And as you can see how quick the gestures are here, I'm just going to slide up, and it's very, very fast. Again, I'll double tap the home button, and it's just, the gestures respond much more smoothly than before. So those are the major differences. Like I said, I don't see there being more than one more beta with this release, so probably it'll be out in the coming weeks, but who knows? Right now it's pretty darn stable, and it works really well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.